So I'm out here on the first usable day to start this project. Well, it's already been started, but I'm starting on the LeBaron. First thing I want to do with this LeBaron is I'm removing all the wiring from this, because that way I have a wiring harness, and it's going to be Chrysler too, so it's going to work with the motor that I want to put in that. So my idea was, just so I didn't have a clusterfuck of wiring, I've got these labels, and I just started taking everything apart. I'm trying to label it the best I can. I have numerous locations where bulbs going off for the signals and the brake lights. So I've started passenger side left, so that's obviously this, and then passenger side right would be this, and then this is going to be the passenger side signal. And then I have lights running through the body down to the bumper, so it's going to be kind of a pain in the ass to remove all this wiring, but the reason I'm doing this is I won't have to buy an aftermarket harness, because when the Bronco burned up, so did all the wiring. So even if I did manage to make a frame for that truck, it's not going to do me any good if I don't have wiring. So I need the wiring from this. I'm going to use everything else. I'm going to use the rear. I'm using the front suspension. I'm going to drop the K-member. The motor that I'm putting in this that I want to use is a Dodge, I think it's a 72 Dodge 400, which is under there. I need to get the rebuild kit for that. I need to rebuild that, and that's going to power that little truck over there. Some of you might be thinking, well, Dan, this is a big project. I don't understand how you're going to be able to do this. Well, luckily, I have a lot of Chrysler parts. And that's the reason I'm going for the Dodge motor, because I have the transmission for it. And as far as I know, everything's good. That when it was pulled out, everything was running. The transmission was working. The motor was working. And I just have numerous Chrysler product parts, so it would be stupid for me to start a Chevy project when I don't even have Chevy parts. So I'm using what I got. There's a lot of stuff that I don't need to purchase, luckily, and I have the means to make stuff and fabricate stuff as I go along. So thank you for liking this page and following this project so far. I'm going to try to get as much wiring out of this damn car as possible. See you later. So I got the back half of the car just about done. Luckily, there's a factory plug here for the back harness where the bumper is and all. So I unplugged that, and there's rubber grommets right there. I could not get them out. They're fucking stuck in there. So I snipped the wires on each side, and then I put the wires together. I just taped them up for now. That way it's all in one piece. But yeah, from the passenger side to the driver's side, and I have the license bulb. Most of the shit I'm probably not even going to use. Only brake lights, I think reverse lights and signals are mandatory. You don't have to have the other shit. So yeah, this is going to get cleaned up when I go to use it. Now I'm going to jump in the car and try to feed the wire through the back seat into the main cab part of the car. Yeah, that door sucks. I'll probably take the back seat out, and I'll have to bring up the carpet. Maybe I'll just start unbolting seats. I'll go on a seat unbolting frenzy. It's a shame, because these seats aren't too bad. Throw them in something. Maybe I'll use them for the Bronco if they're lengthwise, if they're not too wide. I'll just put those things in there. I'll cut out the transmission hump and be good. Oh, that won't work, because the Bronco's going to be cut and and hacked, so it slides over a frame. Oh well, never mind. That idea didn't last long. So I'll probably have wires going to that speaker, and they probably come from behind the seat and go down the driver's side. I would assume that's how the satellite was, but that's a couple years apart. This is a 79, my satellite's a 74. So we'll see. But normally the driver's side has most of the wiring. It'll only branch off to if there's speakers on that side of the car, or seat things, but I doubt this has anything underneath the seats as far as electrical. So yeah, that's my plan. I'm taking the wire, I'm gonna ball it up and label it in here, and then I would like to use most of this dash for the Bronco, but the only problem is that dash is a piece of shit. The carpet's growing mold, or moss. That must be the north side of the carpet. So yeah, that's my plan for now, and I'm doing this. Some of you thinking, well, Dan, it's pretty much a perfectly good car. No, it's not. It's not. A couple months after I got it, I found out that there's severe rust underneath the car. The sort of subframe, this has a K-member that bolts with the suspension in the front. That's totally rusted out. The trunk's rusted out. It never ran too good, and it's just been sitting. It's been sitting all these years. I got my Saddle in 2007, and I've had this car like 2 or 3 years before that. So it's like, it's either I get it trashed or I get it junked. Somebody takes it, and I get maybe like $200 and something for it. Or I put it to good use, and I use parts and the wiring and everything else I can from it to put into something that means a lot more to me, which was my grandfather's Bronco. So, I'm doing it. I just took the back seat out. It's in 2 pieces. It doesn't even bolt in, believe it or not. It just, the bottom sits there, but before you put the bottom in, you gotta hang the back. But, I went to step in here, and my foot almost went through the floor. It's kind of, like, that's not even the carpet being spongy. That's a fucking hole in the floor. So, yeah, not worth it. I probably have shit dripping from my nose right now, but I don't care. I'm getting shit done. So, yeah, the whole car is rusty underneath, so I'm just breaking bolts left and right. See, they're just breaking. Okay. Okay. Well, the headrest works. You fucking suck. Whew. I did this. And I also made a cool outside chair or bench. Ugh. Not too bad. Time to see how rusty the floor is. Ooh, is that a penny? Ooh, a penny. Ooh, a penny. Alright. That's electrical. That burned. This is like burnt slash rusted. Alright. Come on. Whew. Oh, all this is wet. Oh, no wonder there's rust. Whew. Sometimes rust is a bad guy. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. 'Tis be a hole in my floor. Do you need a vehicle destroyed? Call 1-800-DAN's Motivated. I did all this in an hour. Oh my gosh. Alright, so here's what's left of the floor. I can't say here's the floor. So if anybody wants to know what rust is, it's this. This is rust. When you can poke through metal like it's cake, you got the rust. Look at this shit. Look at this. This is my foot. My foot. Look. My fucking foot. Look. Look at this shit. Look. Look. Hello. Oh my gosh. So that's there's my foot. Look. Boop 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 boop. I'm gonna try to feed the remaining wire and get it all underneath the dash, and then I'll start undoing the wiring harness from the engine, labeling everything, and then I'm taking the motor out, and then I'm gonna try to get the dash and shit situated. What I want to leave right now is the suspension stuff, because I don't know what to do. I can't take the rear and all and then just leave the body just sitting here on blocks. I would like to roll it behind the garage and then remove everything, but our air doesn't reach back there, and I don't want to use a bunch of electricity cords, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. Maybe I'll just do it all here and then just get a tractor and fucking drag it back. I don't know. So, back to work. I came to this. This, I think, runs up here, up the pillar, and is right there. So, I think, I don't think I'm going to have a light in the Bronco up there, but I'm going to salvage it and keep it intact just in case, because I could possibly use something. So I'll have it. I mean, I won't have to worry about adding stuff. And I won't have to worry about this miscellaneous wire that isn't attached to anything. I just gotta undo this, and then pull that down. Well, I got all the wiring out. I got the dome light undone. Had to take some panels off, but it's only literally like 4 screws, so yeah, that was easy. Yeah, so this is the wiring so far. I'm hoping that'll unhook to the dash, because there's no reason to have it all in one shot. It should unhook at the firewall. So I'm going to undo that and then put that in the garage, and then I'll probably call it a day, because I already labeled these, and these are paper labels, tags, and I don't want the moisture to make them soggy and ruin them, because I obviously need to know the labels. But yeah, and since there's a hole in the floor, this whole thing is going to get filled with moisture because the sun's coming out, so what was frozen dirt is now becoming mud. Yay! So far, I've gotten all the wiring from the back of the car. I've got all the mid wiring, which is, it connects to everything else, and it's mid wiring, and then there's another plug, and then it's the rear signal lights and brake lights and stuff. So I'm up here just undoing random wires and shit like that. Anything I could label, I label. Everything I know what it is, I just leave as is. And I took this this exhaust hose off, the exhaust manifold, and it's filled with acorns. So it's safe to say that mice have been using this as a home, I guess. So it's a good thing it was never started again, because it would have been bad for those mice.